Hey, what's going on, 6 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesus fans? It's been a minute since I've done a video, but I'm bored driving down to see Peanut in New York, which is pretty awesome. But hey, anyway, I just wanted to rant for a second. So the last couple weeks have been a whirlwind, right? And, you know, I have some friends and acquaintances that I respected, even though we didn't see eye to eye politically, pretty intelligent. But they were saying, you know, asinine things that, you know, about Trump's tariff plans and the rampant costs that are going to be incurred because of that, inflation. Everyone's like, oh, inflation's going to go up. Cost of coffee is going to go up. Everything's going to go up, but it's the end of the world. You guys didn't give a rat's ass about inflation for the last 4 years when it was skyrocketing. But now all of a sudden you do. So anyway, shut the fuck up about that. Anyway, let's start out with Colombia. Colombia says, we're not taking these planes full of our citizens that snuck into your country. Let's send them back to the U.S. Trump threatens there's going to be consequences, tariffs. Play or pay. Within hours, the president of Colombia offers his presidential plane to go pick up their people. Giving Trump a rim job, red carpet. Done deal. Respect. So then Panama comes up. China's ass raping us on Panama because Panama's giving them a sweet deal on that. We built it. We had a lot of people die building it. Trump makes his threats. Oh, it's the end of the world. Trump can't do that. He's going to cause World War III. It's going to cause, inflation, this and that. What happens? They relent, and China loses their sweetheart deal. Done. It's a threat because he backs his threats up with the ability to actually execute and follow through. He knows what we're capable of. He knows what they need from us and what we need from them, and that we're more important. Something we've lost sight of for a long time. So then we have Canada and Mexico. Oh, look what he's doing. He can't do this. Inflation's going to go out of control. It's going to cost households so much money. Guess who's already relenting? All your libtard media outlets have to change their headlines almost on an hourly basis to do damage control because they sound so fucking stupid. Trump's using his big stick to get things done for us. The people who built this country, the people who live here, everyday Americans, white, black, doesn't matter. People who work hard and want to have a safe place to live. And a country without borders isn't a country. Illegal border crossings are down 97% in 2 weeks. Fuck you. 97%. And let's talk about these safe haven cities in the country. Chicago, Denver, in Cali, all these safe haven cities, safe harbor cities, are viper nests of murderers, rapists, thugs. They have the highest per capita murder rates in the whole country. They're all run by blue libs. Enough's enough. That shit's got to stop. You should be able to walk the street and not feel like you're going to get accosted or murdered. You know what I mean? He is doing things in such a short time that other presidents haven't been able to do in 20 years. And we're going to be better off for it in every way, shape, or form. So all this opposition, this trans that, the Black Hawk helicopter, that tragedy, immediately tried to blame it on him, saying because of the spending freeze. It was DEI hires. You got the lip saying, we've turned diversity and inclusion into bad words. No, you've turned them into bad words because you probably had a lot of people on board in the beginning until you started to use it as a reverse discrimination policy. This whole white shame thing, putting people who are unqualified into positions which we've now seen cost innocent lives. Just the ones we've seen recently, but across the board. cost lives. We've become the laughingstock of the world. If you go around the world and ask people of what they think of America, they laugh because they can't believe we've allowed to happen what has happened over the last 3 administrations minus Trump's. So this whole lunacy thing, because now they're talking about reparations. Reparations have been happening all along. What do you think when 13% of the population gets 80% of the roles in Hollywood and commercials? And it's not their fault. It's no fault of the black people. And how is this helping black people that are actually having a hard time making a living? You know, portray them all as upper middle class. They do no wrong. They're never the bad guy. Tell me one movie in the last 4 years where you've seen a bad guy. I'm talking not to a complex bad guy who's conflicted. I'm talking about the bad guy who just indiscriminately kills innocent people. It's always a middle-aged white guy. Always. Tell me one that isn't. That's not black people's fault. That's fucking Hollywood Karens trying to fix racism by manufacturing more racism. This country is getting back on track. Morals are getting back on track. What you're going to learn is, we don't care if you're trans. Do it. You should be able to be happy. If you're trans and you're living a good life and being a decent human being, I'm your biggest fan. Do it. But stop trying to convert or indoctrinate little kids or drag queens in front of little kids. You just assume if somebody's trans that they're a good, wholesome person. Well, just like any other category of people on earth, there's bad ones, right? Up to no good. The ones who want to get into the girls' locker room. And this whole idea of men and women's sports is disgusting. It's cheating. We are biologically different. Go fuck yourself. We're tired of that shit. But be happy. Nobody doesn't want you to be happy. You should have all the same rights. But you know what? You got dealt a bad deal. You were born as the wrong identity and you had to change. And with that, you have to take some concessions, which means you can't play in the sports that you want to play with. You know? It is what it is. Get over it. But it's all lunacy, and this country's coming back. Oh, and let's talk about all the 30,000. I think it's more like 300,000 missing migrant children, many of which have been pulled into the sex trafficking trade. Think about that, children, innocent children. The only innocent people in the world are children. And how many do you think the Biden administration found and saved from the clutches of evil? Zero. How many did the Trump team save? In 72 hours, thousands of innocent children reported missing, found and saved from the clutches of evil. Your priorities, libs, are so fucked up. All you care about is LGBTQ. Instead of just caring about your common man, your fellow man, should be fair for everyone. And this whole sympathy for Palestinians, if you're waving a Palestinian flag, guess what? If you're gay and go to Palestine or half of these Muslim countries and you admit that you're even gay, you'd be put in a cage and tortured in public and burned alive for being gay. Well, yeah, support them instead of your fellow Americans. Everyone's had enough. The Band-Aid's been made. Go ahead and keep listening to your Rachel Madcow, The View. You're all fucking nuts. You're in the minority now. And if these threats of taking it to the streets, if you haven't noticed, we've had enough. If you take it to the streets, you're going to meet people, you're going to meet resistance, and it's going to be people who actually know what to do when it comes time to throw down. Because your pissy shit you're not going to be able to do anything in response to what you're going to get if you try and take it to us in the streets. Right? God forbid that happens, because nobody wants that. We just want this country to have some semblance of normalcy again, and pride in our country, and pride in fellow human beings, regardless of their color, right? Their race. Enough's enough. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest. I probably only covered a little bit, because when you're angry, you can't think clearly, and I'm angry. Tired of all the bullshit. The idiocy. Anyway, I feel better now. I'm going to have a good day. Hopefully you have a good day as well. Peace out.